Hey, what's good, fam? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Alabama held its sixth practice of the spring season. And before we get going, definitely hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know. Thank you very much for being part of this 50,000 club right here on BamaInsider.com. Now, we've talked about it before, and we've talked about it plenty of times going into this spring season. A lot of questions revolve around that quarterback position following the departure of Mac Jones. You got a chance to see him throw at Alabama's second pro day. Definitely check out those highlights right here on our YouTube channel. Bryce Young going into this spring campaign as quarterback number one. You also have Paul Tyson right behind him as the second quarterback. And then you have Jalen Milroe, Alabama's third quarterback, who was an early enrollee. Nick Saban talked about each of these quarterbacks going into this weekend's scrimmage. Alabama will have 3 scrimmages, one this Friday, another one next Saturday, and then, of course, on A-Day. Here's Nick Saban talking about his quarterbacks.
Well, I think everybody's made a lot of improvement. You know, Bryce has made a lot of improvement. I think he's a lot more confident. I think I've talked about this before that we wanted to play Bryce a lot more than he got to play last year. I think the situation, the circumstances, playing 10 SEC games and being in the playoffs, probably didn't get an SEC championship game in the playoffs, didn't get as much chance to do that as we've done in the past with, developing quarterbacks. But I think just having all the reps that he had last year, he's much more confident. I think he's doing very well. Paul has made a tremendous amount of improvement. I think Jalen has a lot of upside. Right now we got to work on his fundamentals and his technique, but he's really got a lot of ability, and we're going to try to continue to work with him to develop and, see if he can have a role on the team. So, all the guys have made progress, and it'd be interesting to see how they respond, in the scrimmage as well.
We're going to talk about 2 wide receivers today. You got Javon Baker right there, number 5, and then you got Xavier Williams. When you look to the wide receiver unit, you got plenty of talent across the board, right? You got some younger talent coming in, and then some guys who spot played last year. I think when you look at a player like Xavier Williams, this is a guy who could certainly have a breakout season, and the same goes for Javon Baker. I think each of these wide receivers brings a different element to this wide receiver core. So I think during this Friday scrimmage and next Saturday, you're going to start to see some of these wide receivers really start to set themselves apart. Good look right here of the running backs. That is Brian Robinson. We've talked about him plenty during the springtime. You got a good shot right here of Chris Owens. That's Alabama's center. And you also have number 70, that is Javon Cohen. He's changed his number this year. And then you got Damian George. You've heard great things about Damian George, number 74, and that is Darian Dalcourt, number 71. A guy looking to really get on the field this year. Right now he would probably be behind Chris Owens, but depending how, Doug Marrone wants his offensive line, I guess we'll have to see it play out. Evan Neal right there, number 73. Now switching to the defensive side, you got the guys hitting the bags. That's Byron Young right here, number 47. We continue to hear very positive things about Alabama's first-team defensive line. I think considering there's a lot of vets returning, I think there's a lot of guys that you can rotate. I think Freddie Roach kind of has his pick of who he wants to rotate, whether that's stuff in the run, coming after the quarterback a little bit. So much talent within the Alabama defensive line, hearing great things about the ones, the twos. Can't wait to hear the feedback that we get from this Friday's practice. Hey, the GOAT was busy today. He had pro day looking at Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith, and we're busy as well, bringing you coverage right here on BamaInsider.com. Hit the thumbs up button, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know. It's Kyle Henderson coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama.